Okay, got the right buttons this time. Cats and Other Lives, abbreviated as CATOL, which I like. Or Cats and the Other Lives. This is a game about cats. It is a point and click, which is not classified as a point and click, though I'm sure I will disagree. Excuse me. It is developed by Cultic Games. It's the only one that is out with that. Published by Overgame Z. Released on last year on the 1st of September 2023. Ideal Xbox game. It's $19.99 or £16.74. It has 29 achievements, all of which are obtainable, which is great, though one of them apparently is buggy. Following the passing of Bernard Mason, the patriarch of the family, all the remaining Masons return to their childhood home for one last time. As Aspen, the cat of the household, players will take a journey across the hopes, disappointments and regrets of the enigmatic Mason family, traversing through a rich narrative that spans over decades. The game embraces a simple yet intuitive point-and-click playstyle, celebrating a design approach based on the behaviours of common house cats living all around the world. Is the cat just a pet, or does this creature play a more mysterious role in our lives? That is the question. So, oops. Expected playtime is 5 to 6 hours. There is no estimate on TA as yet, but that's been estimated at 15 to 20, or possibly, 8 to 10, depending on, people just don't fill in things. It did have an unobtainable, but that has been removed. The unlockable memories is a bit glitchy, apparently, because there's a high chance the memory won't get properly unlocked, and when you get to the last one, you won't get the achievement. There's no way to check, because the game shows everything is unlocked, even though one is not. So, that is a shame, but at least things are unlockable. Even if it's not 100% on that. It's originally released in 2022 on Steam, PC, Mac, on PC. It said Mac, Switch, and mobile versions released after the initial release, and also it's now out on Xbox, which is what we're playing, and probably PlayStation. Part interactive fiction, part Felis domesticus, domesticated house cat. Cultic Games is an indie development studio from Istanbul. Awesome. They are cat lovers, because Istanbul is the city of cats. Nice. They also released another title, which was also a cat, Lovecraftian. It was called The Stygian, right? Reign of the Old Ones. So Zenith League is an experimental game development program that appoints qualified game design students to development teams focusing on different areas of expertise required for the production of a full-fledged game, and with the guidance of industry professionals, utilize their said talent in order to realize a complete project from the initial idea all the way to a full release. Cats and Other Lives is the first project that's been developed within the program. Zenith League is the result of years-long cooperation between, I'm going to butcher this, Basahir University Game Lab, also known as Bug, and Cultic Games. Well, that's really cool. Ooh, and as Cultic, we have decided to donate a portion of the profits of our game to the expenses of medical operations for street cats that need urgent assistance. Cats inspired this game, now it's our turn to return the favour. Well, that's just really sweet. That's just really freaking sweet. I love that. So that's rather awesome. Let's see if there's any other information on our website, which is catsvideogames.com. Oh, it's a little pixel art, Gabe. Love a good pixel art. Excuse me. No, it's not been updated. Let's see if Twitter says anything specifically about platforms. No. It's out on all current consoles: PC, Switch, Xbox, PlayStation. There we go. Confirmation that it is also out on PlayStation, in case you are that way inclined. Leaky said, I played the demo ages ago. I immediately thought of you when I first saw this. Cool. I know Lady Magritte streamed it, and I caught a little bit of it. Oh, I've not installed it. Okay, we're really doing well. Because I redeemed a whole bunch of games when I was away, because I was sorting out my thing. I just pinned them to my streaming thing and forgot to check today that it was installed. Okay, should have clicked on that. It's only going to take like 2.5 minutes. We can vamp for a little while. So yeah, Lady Magritte was playing it when it came out, and I was like, okay, I'll wait a little while to play it before I you know. But you know, as things happen, you know, life gets in the way, and I have a ridiculously long backlog, which I did trim down, and then, as I said, redeem a whole bunch of stuff while I was away for my week in the Cotswolds. So this one got added properly to the list. So that's really cool. Obviously, it's about cats. I want to play it. Click. I want to play it. Not classified correctly. I need to fix that. But also, yeah, I just forgot to check that it was installed. Which will now never happen again, because I will now add that check to my thing, because, yep, I did not install everything. I didn't install everything because I don't have enough space. Excuse me. I don't have enough space, basically. So yeah. Alright. Another 20 seconds. I don't know, I really should have done this before. We like cats. Apparently I decided to add that to my intro spiel in an interview, and I got shown cats. So I'm going to go with it's a pretty good intro spiel. But yeah. Right, we're installed. Let's go. Come on. Lord. Oh, now what's it doing? Something went wrong. Getting your game ready. This might take a minute or two. Whoa, okay, we're open. There we go. Luckily it was only just over a gig, and my internet's fairly fast. Oh yeah, and thanks to Xbox. Whoa. That is really cool. There we go, Zenith. The main with Unity. That looked like the... Oh, what's the cat from Marvel? That's not a cat. That's actually a, ancient being. Okay, let's take the music down a touch. Okay. New game. Yes, luckily we managed to vamp. It was here. It was here all this time. In this house. Ugh. The material sheath. Wow. It's like a really fancy... Oh, there's a little... The loading icon is a cat in a little box with a tail, but it's like literally like right behind me. And there's a cat right behind me right now. Aspen! Hey, kitty kitty. Come here! Psst, 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 psst. Aspen! Hey, kitty kitty. Come here. Psst, 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 psst. Oh, I might... Do I have to move? Ah! Right. Up here. Use the right stick to switch between hotspots, and bumpers to select the action. Kitty kitty. Meow. Smart cat. Okay. I'm licking his face. That feels funny. Wee. There's food in the dining room. There are snacks too. That's my door voice. That is not going to be the actual voice. Wow, you're rude. Rude. Yeah, this is 100% a point and click. Literally has a hotspots. Pull left stick further to run. Apparently he was in some kind of satanic cult. They say he was the leader. He used to say that Masons were richer than Croesus. I wonder what happened to all that fortune. He kept embarking on distant journeys, they say. I heard that he's even gone to Egypt for something. We're totally just claiming this coat stand thing. Kept embarking on distant journeys, okay. What was it I missed? Oh no, please don't come near. I've got fur all over. This just got out of the washer. My wife's going to kill me. I heard his son ended up being a bum. Liam, it's an actor. Exactly. Oh god, they're judgy. Right, can I just rub up against you? Okay. And that poor boy Thomas. What a tragedy. Well, if it's not like anyone was surprised. But the Masons' tragedies are never far away. What do you mean? You must be new to this town. Tell me more! Okay, I'm going here. Oh, I need to move next time I transition scenes. What's that? Okay. You can lick or you can pour. We had a drink. Alright, let's... Oh, we got an achievement for that. Yay! Enemy of the puddle. Nice. Oh, there's a puddle. It's an interaction. Okay, there's only so many places we can go. So many things we can do. My condolences. Ooh, November 17th, 2010, Hartford CT. My condolences. Thank you very much. You will be missed. He will. I am sorry for your loss, little one. I've seen the man like twice, but... Oh, I see. Adeline. Thank you. Grandpa's departure left a wound in our souls. And that shall never truly heal. Cat just there, washing the face. Adeline, we'll talk about this later. It's Addie, Mum. Leave the kid alone, Shannon. Honestly, I can't say that we've given constant praise to our old man either. Learning how and when to behave is different. Sorry to interrupt the annual Mason family discourse, but this may not be the right time, honey. I wonder if Uncle Liam knows any celebrities. Liam at some point asked for a blood test to see if we're really related. Aspen can sense things occurring in the other rooms of the mansion. Oh, and I did it again. Can't believe that I have to talk them into selling the house. Oh, and I've done... Yep. Oh, the little ghosties. Cats can sense ghosts. Liam, is that you? Son, I almost didn't recognize you. Without the whiskey bottle in your hand. Liam's in the other room. Oh, no, but that is Liam. No, I hate that smell. Do you really have to smoke it down here? Ah, Shannon. Thus spoke Mzgst. I thought you were a liberal, Shane. Sorry. Maybe not ghosties, maybe a memory? And you... I told you before, my study is... off limits. Be full of cigarette ash. Something in his eyes. Well, there is something in his eyes. I wish we shared the same miserable existence, Laurie. But I guess you are simply luckier than me, dear. Look at her. I wonder what she sees. Oh. The burb. That's what Pisces. Mouse! Oh. We sort of caught a mouse. Scritch, 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 scritch. You've got to scritch the couch. We're a cat. Okay. Jump. The fact that we can't knock any... Ooh, we can. Oh, hello. This is the best. Believe. Close-ups like this can be revisited in the memory section of the menu. Cool. Okay. I just really need to... I'll be right back. Sorry. Okay. Right. Memories. Cool. Okay, so these are the memory thing that it's talked about. Okay, so we've scritched. We've jumped. We've battered. We've jumped, they jumped. I wanted to knock shit off. So, I'm just gonna duck. Isn't that so cute? The little loady thing. Rest in peace, dear Bernard. A mason. A curiosity and lastly a father. isn't Aunt Dawn standing here with us? Because she's Aunt Weirdo. You don't have to call her that. Just because your mother does, you know. Are you proud of your work, Shane? Hi, everyone. Also, duck. Ah, that was a duck. Thank you, Leaky, for the duck. Look at her. Just look at what she's wearing to awake. I mean, your daughter and son, your son's in shorts. You know, you're not wearing black, you're wearing grey. Your husband is in green, your brother is also wearing green. She's got black leggings. She's probably comfortable, judgy person. My son is just making a healthy assumption, that's all. I think she looks cool. Of course you do. The phone reception here sucks. I recognize this house from movies. I'm just attacking the pallbearer. I am. There we go, we got an achievement. This man smells funny. Harass the mortician 2 times. You said something about calling the accountant for the books. I hope Will doesn't eat too many snacks. Nice craftsmanship on that casket. Well, if you're going to kick us out the way, then yes, we're going to harass him. I believe it already. Don't be mean. Spoon. Good to see you again. Wow. Mr. Barnes, I know. Go bother someone else. Oh. I know, and I'm sorry for that. I should have called you before. Rest assured, I will handle this. It's very likely that we're going to wrap this up while they're still here. Trust me, sir. Yeah. I'm sure they'll come to an agreement. This is their mutual benefit, you know. I concur. Okay. Can't get in there. Uh-huh. And this house looks more decrepit with every visit. I wouldn't want to spend a single night here. There's a gnome. Too creepy for my taste. Creepy or not, it must be worth millions. Do you think that it's worth that much? Sorry. This mansion's glory days are long gone, obviously. You know, something is better than nothing. And there's something hidden here, especially for the Masons who survived him. Jim, what a ghoulish thing to say. What, you know that they're thinking the same thing? Alright, the gnome. There's a mouse. Whenever you see this symbol in the right hand corner, you can move left stick with a brushing moment and momentum. Where's the cat? Gone. Right. Aha. Haha. Oh, we escaped. We're probably going to regret this. Mr. Wheats. The mouse. Oh, hello. From now on, you will live in this house, where the shadows are long and sorrow is plentiful. Welcome to the Mason Manor, my child. You were meant to be here with us. That sounds vaguely creepy. Oh, it does look amazingly gothic, though. Ha! Gotcha. I feel like now we need the title sequence. Will, can you please drop the cat? I have a class 3 fur allergy. Don't. Huh? Mr. Henninger? Is that you? Please, it's Carl. My God, how long has it been? Shannon, my condolences. Sorry. To you too, Carl. How have you been? Well, you know, it's... Worry? Thomas? I knew you'd return. Madame Leonora told me so. Miss Nunes, could you please accompany my mother to the dining room? Venga, signora. Oh? Are we calling the madam? It seems her condition is getting worse, you mean? I don't remember the last time I actually saw Mother getting any sleep. But please excuse my manners, or rather the lack thereof. Let me walk you in. Please follow me, Carl. I don't know whether it's good or bad that they have no faces. Cat's just there licking its arse. I think I have to, tell it to get a wiggle on. We can go there. We can go there. My grandson used to work for... Yeah? What did he do? He was an accountant. Now that I think about it, he never really used to talk about those days. Weird, huh? Okay. Hello, little crack lady. Well, apparently it's worth randomly jumping on these things, because sometimes you get invisible targets. We should have 3 memories now. Oh, but have we missed one? Or did we just go a little far ahead? Excuse me. I'm not really tired, I'm just yawning. It's irritating. This is the wake room we've decided to. Is he? Is he in there? Would you like to see him? Hey, Jesse. No, I can't. I mean, I've always found this ritual rather archaic. I see. To the Great Hall, then. Mrs. Mason, Mr. Trafford also sent his earnest condolences. His recurring health issues. Much obliged, madam. Would you excuse me for a brief moment? Of course. Honey, this is Professor Karl Heinecke. A dear friend of my father's. A privilege, sir. I'll see you too soon. I used to give lectures in Columbia when I was a pre-med there. Quite popular amongst the students. Oh, I apologize then. My memory isn't as sharp as it used to be. You're being polite. Why would you remember a random student from 20 years ago? To the information we just confirmed, Bernard Mason. Bernard's on the news. Of the now defunct Mason Mining Co., regarded by some to be a reclusive member of the so-called Connecticut royalty and the source of many local rumors. Passed away at the age of 71 after a 2-year battle with lung cancer. Poor thing. Now it goes. The Mason family, also recognized by the public buildings. They have granted for the service of Connecticut community. Had been under the spotlight a couple of times in the past decades. Due to events including the Continental Valley disaster and the mysterious disappearance of Thomas Mason. By courtesy of Mr. Bernard Mason, of course. That's off to you, Father. Liam, dear, I'm so sorry for your loss. Appreciated, sir. I mean, we are just a cat doing cat things, making cat things happen. And apparently having overhydrated. Murray? I could almost swim in that puddle. Don't you have any plans for it? Little wildlife. Sorry, ma'am, but that's an historical puddle. It's under government preservation. I can't believe that I'm back in this place. Beat it, furball. Ooh, can I be mean to you? Can I jump on your head? What is this? Cafe, senor. A guest. No problem. Good. The porcelain's just fine. Oh, can we jump? Can we jump and make that not fine? Oopsie. Problem. Gato malo. Bad cat. Yeah, deep down as a cat and enjoys chaos, this is the proof. Have I ever said otherwise? Addie, have you seen this? No. Can you go now? Look, Uncle Thomas is here. Funny. We call him Uncle, but he looks your age. Look at the date of the newspaper, dummy. Dinosaurs were still ruling Earth when this was printed. Well, in a Mario alternate universe, yes. Oh. I forgot you couldn't read. Can? Sometimes it's just hard, alright? What little guy. So this was his room. It's already bad that I have to sleep in some bed with you. The same bed as you, even. Did you really have to remind me of that? Don't like this, Addie. Me neither, dummy. Zenith Mirror, young member of Mason family missing. With the information that Thomas Mason of the Roman Mason family has been reported missing for over 24 hours now. Oldest son and heir to Bernard Mason, who isn't available to comment on the incident. Thomas is known to be a caring soul and a true gentleman among his friends. While anonymous sources closely acquainted with the family have brought attention to a possible connection between the curious disappearance of Bernard Mason and this recent incident, it's not yet known if Mr. Mason has. Okay. People disappearing. Interesting. Burp. Sit, Aspen. I'm your caretaker. Sorry, I can't speak cattish. Excuse me. Kitty wants to go out. Well knows. Enjoy it. I don't have such freedom. Can I lick your face? I like to chase the burps. Chaos! Burp. There's an alligator in there. Burp! Alligator. Books. In. Oh, I'm really sorry. Oh, someone's on the loo. Do apologize, sir. Really sorry. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Right. Okay, maybe we did miss a memory, or maybe we didn't. I don't know. That puts the lid on it. I already have enough problems with my hemorrhoids. Oh, beat it, Fleabag. I mean it. You want to go out? Tough luck, Fleabag. You're not going anywhere until I'm finished here. Hey! Okay. Oh, Jesus, thank you. Right. I have my eyes on you. You're not going nowhere until this. Go bother your loony owners. This is inappropriate. I think we've got to do timing. No. Get out! Instill! Okay. We'll do that, because otherwise it's just gross. It's nice playing as a cat. I like playing games as a cat. It's a library with a sliding ladder. And some really interesting paintings. Barnard, you old bibliophile. Aspen? Can you believe this? How sneaky, only happen to have a signed copy of Howl. The very first banned edition, no less. How come I don't know about this? Well, well, well. Look what we have here. Aru, 1879. Unlike 5 memories completed. You again. Get lost, fat. Hey, stop insulting my cat. Jesus, look what you've done. There is fur everywhere. What is this? Aru? Aru, by the way? That name is all over the accounts. Really want to know? Yes? In Egyptian mythology, fields of Ira are the heavenly paradise where Osiris rules. You really want me to believe that Ban had spent over millions on a friggin' fairy tale? I'd love to put this into words that you'll understand. But no such words exist. Ira was our promised land. Is everybody in this house like this? Yeah, it's like we've missed something. I know this puts us in an inappropriate situation, but if you listen, I have been calling you only because... Beth, we need to talk about this. You're being unreasonable. Look, I'll be back in a few days. He's cheating on her. Let's meet and talk this out. Beth? Beth? Christ. What have you done, Doctor? I just seen the library has book on its thing. And that has a... That's where the crocodile was. It has a book. And it is a book.
Red!
Well...
Red!
Where are you, boy?
Red!
Well... Well, come on out this instant. Your mother's going to get real worried. Where are you, child? Ah, you're in deep trouble, Burro. The donkey? Miss Nunez? What's wrong? Well, I can't find him, senor. Oh. I'll look for him over at this side of the house.
Well...
Oh, we haven't been in here yet. We did a hissy cat the first time. That was funny. Zenith Mirror, Talbot Disaster Mason Mines, Wednesday, November 17th, 1967. It was reported yesterday that in the catastrophic fire that took place inside the Mason Mining Company, Silver Mine, which is located in the Continental Valley of Connecticut, tongue twister. Many miners lost their lives and many more reported missing by the associated search parties. The experts already described the incident as the most fatal industrial accident of recent years. The owner of Mason Mining Co., Mr. Uriel T. Mason, made no comments on the accident so far. Meanwhile, many miners who are still trapped inside the mine's shafts and tunnels are suspected to have lost their lives due to severe carbon monoxide poisoning. While the cause of the fire is still unknown, all sources point to the fact that negligence may have played a part in the catastrophe. Who's that cat in the other cat in the mirror that looks like? Exactly. But now we're not scared because we Clever cat. We figured it out. Miss Adeline, have you seen your brother? Well, no, why? I can't find him. He's probably just chasing around the cat or so.
Huh?
Oh.
Will.
Well, where are you now, you little monkey? Another kid gone missing. Ah, we're scenting. We have cat scent. That's clever. Madame Lenora, consultant of the beyond, your loved ones are never really gone. You just need the right tools to talk to them. Madame Lenora is a specialist in all your needs. Call 203-555-1168. One free question by phone. Ah, we found him. Hey, kitty. The cat is now a Disney princess as well. You're spoiling my show. Oh, gosh. You little rascal. You know how much you've scared us. But I was doing a magic trick, Miss Nunes. To disappear. You know, like Uncle Thomas. I want no more silly tricks. No kid will disappear in this house ever again. Not on my watch. You dummy. Until tonight. We'll see who's gonna scare who. But I got you, right? This was the bed that he died in. Oh. The Mammoth Cave? Your sister's asking for you, darling. Oh, sure. Miss Nunes, don't forget to please add a second pinch of pepper afterwards. Oh, Liam. Please stir the dough over there, will you? Sure. Hi, Dawn. Hey. Little monkey up there. Buon gato. Good cat. Aspen, I'm holding a knife in my hand. And... I'm not gonna stab the cat. Cucumber! Aspen. You silly thing. Spent too much time with my father and look what happens. Can't argue with that. Do you watch any YouTube? It's the cucumber. They are terrorized by the sight of it. Probably an evolutionary thing. Looks like a snake? Oh. Liam, are you stirring? Is it flowing yet? I am stirring. That keeps on getting scared. Murray. Aren't you supposed to be working instead of depleting our bear? Aren't you supposed to be? What is it you're doing these days? I am acting. Acting as I've been doing since the day we met. Read the day. Acting. Bah. Son, you need a decent job where you didn't put on any makeup assaults. Speaking of, how's the acting business going? You know, it's actually surprisingly good. I'm now with a group of actors in Los Alamos. Don't want to jinx it, but the rehearsals are going on full throttle. Full throttle? Interesting choice of words. Happy to hear that, Liam. I hope it may also help pay the rent. Well. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Could you please join me in the library? Need a break. Too much Mason energy in the place.
Senor.
Senor Liam, you will finish these bees. No. Just the non-greens. Excuse me? Ah, senorita. Where is Miss Dawn's plate? Who knows? I put it there. This is a family table. Shannon. Oh. I wonder if Dawn's adopted then. They're very mean, is all I can say. What am I supposed to do? Excuse me, sir. Could you please move a bit? The cat is hungry.
Huh?
Oh, Shamus. Cute Dawn. Lunchtime, hang in there, little one. This charade will be over soon. Liam, could you please shut the door? Ooh, but the monster room is open. Damn you, Murray. You Cornish bush-worshipping peasant bastard. Do I look like an idiot who can pluck day and night? You don't look like no chicken to me, sir. More a badger, if you know what I mean. And a vicious one at that, eh? I wanted that winter garden ready by damn winter, you hear? I already missed a winter with your lazy-ass excuses, and I won't miss another one. Dad? I'm just here for 2 days. There is a crocodile. Oh. Look at this place, Addie. God. I already hate this room. Can. You know. Dead animals become ghosts. I don't know, well. I hope not. And I don't want to find out. You think Granddad shot all these animals? Great-grandpa, perhaps? Sorry, great-grandpa, but it seems like you were a douchebag. Well, tell Mummy about this. Call me that again and your head goes on the wall. Another story. That dead crocodile. Heard Mother and Uncle Liam talking about it. Did it eat anybody? Not that I know of. Great-grandfather Uriel. You see that its skin was too thick for Uriel to rip. Something about bullets. Guides. Look! Kids Santi the ghost animals. Actually, there's a bug. I'm just too slow. don't know. What do we think? It's just now going up into the ceiling. I'm stuck in the room until I solve it. Maybe? Really chump. Cool on Facebook. Oh! The Cynthia Moonshadow one. Moonshine. Sorry, I'm attempting to do platforming and a point and click. As you can imagine, I'm not as quick with the reactions. Seems like it's following something. What is it, Aspen? Oh! Bugs! As long as it's not getting new achievement lists with each one, then, you know. What's this? Secret passageway to the library, or... Oh! Is this a tablet of sorts? What does it say, Addie? Leaving the material sheath behind us, we shall walk the boundless fields of Aru. Unburnt by the blinding flames of vanity, we shall find the carven path. In the end, we shall become... Loop. The Aru tablet. All that we created. Alright. Released from the illusions of the usurper, we shall taste the everlasting peace. Bearing our breasts the blades of contempt, we shall find our rightful place among king. Cleansed of the spectres of regret, we shall place this tyranny with the guiding light. In the end, we shall become all that we created. Yes, we can always turn hints on. We didn't need to. Stop telling me. You can go on. Since we're all here, let's proceed. I know that this might not be the best time to bring this up, but this had better be discussed while you are all here. It's about the house. I'm aware that it might hold some sentimental value to you. You bet. But to put it briefly, this place will drain your resources down the sinkhole. At its current state, it requires constant maintenance just to stay on its feet. My advice for you would be to act swiftly and start looking for some interesting parties. Well, Mr. Stem's advice sounds reasonable to me. If we're going to do this anyway, it might be better to do it sooner rather than later. Well, let's not act hastily here. I can't say that I'm a deep admirer of the place, but this mansion is all that remains from the Mason family legacy. It is our history. This is not my decision to make, but proceeding towards the direction, as Mr. Stem pointed out, to seem like the rational... Well put. This is not your decision. Let's not get sentimental, Shane. Sentimental? Suddenly decided to become the cold-hearted businessman, then? Off we go. Honey, look. What about our plans? Assessing our savings, planning for Addie's college and all that. Ahem. We need to hear one more person. What do you think, Miss Dawn? Me? I'm not a Mason. From a legal standpoint, I'm afraid you are. I'll just comply with whatever they decide then. Yeah, I see. This issue seems to stay unresolved for the time being, then. We'll have some time to discuss this further during your stay. One last thing. Here it says that your father had acquired some land in California back in the 70s. I can't seem to locate the deeds. Do you have any info on this? I recall something about a piece of land. Stovepipe wells, right? That is right. Father used to say that it had tremendous value. Is that so? Yeah. Kept talking about it all the time. That piece of paper may indeed solve our financial problems. Have fun with lunch. Or tasty. May even allow us to keep this place. If you can find it, that is, with all due respect. Good luck with that. After all, this is our father we're talking about. Excuse me. Keeper of secrets himself. divorce. It is a little bit late for that one. Come on now. Contact Gallery 7, Middle Eastern Artists Exhibition, 23rd December 2010. Something in Arabic. Artist residency application for citizenship and immigration service. Mrs. Farrow. I don't speak Arabic. Stranger I was. I've got a heart on my butt now. And I missed what she said. There's a heart on my butt. Don't speak Arabic. And I'm stuck. Oh no. Stranger I am here. Ah! We filled in the missing bit. Excellent. Ah, and we're collecting stuff along here. Okay, so maybe it's just not necessarily missing. Just a weird order. Let's try that again. We have a heart on our butt. Did we always have a heart on our butt? Stranger. Now we're... Ah. Now we're just spinning around like a whirligig. Ooh, and my cushion fell over. This will get 1,000 likes. Now the heart's gone from my butt. Now everyone's laughing. Okay, cool. We're good. You silly thing. You really got me, Aspen. I said I want the burgundy couch, Emma. Emma, not communals. Burgundy. Interior design is the wrong career path for someone who is colorblind. Hey. Please draw something. Nothing else was enough, was it? I did only ask. Madam can call in a minute now. Always wants more. I did all he asked. What was supposed to happen? Where's the phone? How could you leave us? Not particularly stealthy. This is your wretched dream. Okay. Did you talk to her? Is she on board? Not yet. You heard her. She wants to wait until this lands issue unfolds. Well, she's your wife. Just convince her. I don't like this lawyer dude. Have you actually met her? Look, we can't miss this client. Oh. This man's literally cut out for this place. There is a conspiracy. He's eccentric and interested in haunts and all that mumbo-jumbo. We lose him and we'll have to wait forever to find another interested party. I know. They're conspiring! Can we get fur all over his trousers? What do you mean by weird? You're talking about our father, after all. It is true that Bernard was a man of habits, miss. But in those last days he was different. Disappearing at unusual times. He seemed like he was onto something. Could it have been about that land they mentioned?
¿Quién sabe?
We could only trace what he did in those last days. Are you dropping in this, Aspen? Yes. Well observed. You want to hear what I found out? That you started smoking again. Jonathan? That lawyer, you know. Man literally smokes like a chimney. Can't stand it either. Cricket, Mary Crichton Botox Aesthetics. Bean Centre, okay. Mom, did you get a chance to buy the tickets? Tickets? For the holiday we're planning with, but you never do this silly talk when you're with me. But Beth. Not yet, darling. Adeline, you are stuttering again. Obviously you make her nervous. You're keeping up with your speech therapy practices. Yeah, you do. Tell me one. In front of everyone? Why not? Might be even better. Can we both work on your speech and social skills? No. Adeline? We are with Fanny. No need to be ashamed. Say it. Whatever. The chocolate chip cookies smelled so good. Good. Can I stop? Not in the least. It's all right. Go on. Shane. Cookies smelled so good that I ate one. This is ridiculous. Congratulations. It's been 21 years and you haven't changed a bit. Agreed. I'm not sure if speech therapy is working for our girl. Well, all I can say is the family is very messed up. I'd have you one if you're a few years older, but you know. It's okay. I'm such a loser. You think this is on you? Addie, darling. Look. When I was your age, I used to believe that all adults knew the best. And things were under control. Then, somewhere down the road, after watching my parents fail, again and again and again, I realized that these so-called adults were as clueless and as impulsive and as fucked up as my own troubled self. If not more so. Yes, I always used to feel that, someone always had the answers. And that I just somehow didn't get the answers, or the manual, or the instructions. And then I realised no one has a clue at all. And this is not just me feeling this way. It's reassuring. There is no right answer, there is no right way. Except in a very few exceptional circumstances where, to tighten a thing, you turn it right, and to loosen it, you turn it left. Those are simple rules, or, maths. Maths is logical. But, yeah, in life, people don't know what they're doing. Yeah, but it's not just that, Leaky. It's not just finding out you're not the only one without the manual. It's like literally no one got the manual. No one has a clue. Not doctors, not therapists, not, so-called experts. They don't know either. This train has no conductor, girl. And believe me, no one knows shit. Exactly. So, could you please stop being so hard on yourself? Another self-pitying Mason is too much for this place. I am a knight! Well, okay. What makes you one? I have a sword and a cape, don't you see? An honour to meet you, Sir Will. By the way, Miss Nunez is looking for that tablecloth. And the sword is also magical. I am Sir Wilsalot. And the sword is also magical. You may have a cape, but I have a primordial pouch. I win. What? Addie, you're not red anymore. How many more days will we have to spend in this place? Wish I had the guts to wear that colour. Where's your horse, Sir Knight? Give me your horse. Didn't I tell you to stop smoking these? Stop acting like a child. You old stubborn potential. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But some pleasures are within the jaws of the alligator. I think on that note, we will end the stream. Quit the desktop. We don't have a desktop. We do have a cat with a cute-ass tail. Alright, so that was Cats and the Other Lives. If you want to find out what happens, you should have to purchase your own version of the game. Thank you to Edit Xbox for the code for that. It's a slightly more somber stream, but hey, you know. We got a couple of promos done. I feel good. Know that you should. Okay, right, I need to stop doing that. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll be back Tuesday. God, I've lost track of everything. Tuesday, I might do another stream at some point. For now, we'll go back to the normal. I think that means Tuesday at co-stream. We'll see. We might fancy a Monday. Depends how tired we wake up tomorrow. Whether we get anything done. It would be novel. Anyway. For now, I've been Joe. I've been Joe, J-O. Otherwise known as Angel SK. And I bid you have a great rest of your weekend.